What's going on, IBL fans? It's Token, and we are back on more IBL action as we are currently in week 5, and we are going up against the Rhode Island Regis and their coach NerdySteve. As we are sitting at 3-1, sitting kind of pretty, ready to continue our hot streak and not lose any ground. And NerdySteve, he's currently 1-3, having a rough go of it to start off the season, but this would be a huge bounce back win for him. So he definitely want to avoid that. He has a very strong team, so we're just going to bring our best effort and hope we can win. Thank you guys so much for tuning in into today's IBL League battle. If you do end up enjoying yourself, definitely smash that like button, as well as subscribe to the channel for more league format as well as more Pokemon related content. Today, though, I'm really excited to get into this game. Let's just quickly go over my opponent's team, my team, what I thought he was going to bring, and let's just hop right into the game because I know you guys are highly anticipating it. So, NerdySteve, the Rhode Island Regis their team is going to consist of Latios, Infernape, Jolteon, Snorlax, Infernape as a Z captain, Escavalier, Volbeat, Milotic, Shaman, Staraptor, Regirock, and Golurk. So looking at my opponent's team, I was really afraid of the Staraptor. I don't really have the best switch-ins into Staraptor, so I will have to play against Staraptor very smartly or very wisely. And what else on my opponent's team? Regirock can be a pain to just get rid of, so I'm hoping my opponent leads with it because I have an interesting way of dealing with it if it's led with. I'm really hoping it's led with. Infernape, obviously, just got to figure out if it's special, if it's physical, or is it fully physical, is it fully special, or is it just mixed? It does run mixed extremely well, so it wouldn't surprise me if it's mixed. Latios, if Sylveon goes down, Latios becomes a lot harder to deal with, especially if it's running like Focus Blast or mixed with Earthquake, some type of something so it can hit Heatran, then it becomes a little bit more scary. And I'm trying to think of what else was kind of scary. Escavalier can be a little hard to switch in to if my opponent's smart and goes for a drill run on my Heatran switch in. If they bring it in on Sylveon. And other than that, I feel like we got pretty good answers. Oh, and then Jotion's just really, really fast, so that can be scary as well, as it speed ties with our fastest Pokemon in Crobat. However, I felt like we brought a pretty good team this week, so let's just go over the team really quickly. Let me hop onto my team builder. And alright, to start out the team, we do have Crobat, aka Nighthawk, this week. Rocking out with a moveset of Brave Bird, U-Turn, Roost, and Defog. This is a very standard moveset, very staple moveset. Rocking out with that Black Sludge as well, and Infiltrator. It's just the better of its two abilities. Especially considering how fast Crobat is, it's really going to be faked out. That's more of a VGC type. That's more of a ability for VGC. So this week, we're going to be running fully adamant with 252 EVs in attack. This was just so that I did enough, excuse me. This is just so I did enough damage to a lot of things that I know that I want to go for Brave Bird on, and so that my U-turn still did decent damage to stuff that didn't resist it as well. Also, I didn't see any benefit to trying to run full speed investment and then still risk speed tying with Jolteon. It just seems like if Jolteon's out and I'm out, my best move is to switch out. It's not to stay in on Jolteon, so I didn't really see any benefit to running full speed investment. So that's why another reason why I went with Adamant. This allows me to outspeed everything except for the Jolteon, and 288 in speed. And then 20 dumped in HP with 4 in defense and special defense. So that is Crobat. I'm hoping Crobat can do a chunk of damage. Crobat's main niche is going to be, like, obviously needed for hazard removal because my team really doesn't want hazards on our side of the field at all. So it's just good to have for hazard removal, but Crobat can actually do a number to a lot of Pokemon, namely the Shaman, the Volbeat, obviously, the Escavalier. Honestly, anything that's, especially Infernape, it was a must bring for Infernape. So that's pretty much Nighthawk, aka Crobat. Then we get into Heatran, aka Crockprot, and Heatran. I kind of yo-yoed back and forth at first if I wanted to bring Heatran or not, but then I decided that I definitely wanted Heatran in this one, and that's mainly because its Z move is one of my best ways of, you would think, of removing Milotic. But it's actually one of my best ways of removing the Regirock. I really don't have any other. I'm not running much special investment in Slowbro. So this is going to be my best way of removing the Regirock. So I need to make So, and I really don't want Hazards on my side of the field, and I just don't want Regirock to be a nuisance in general. So I'm hoping my opponent leads with Regirock. I lead with Heat Trend, and then I go for the Grass MZ turn 1, and I just obliterate my opponent's Regirock. That would be an ideal turn 1 in my personal opinion. So that's what I'm hoping I'm able to do. I am running a moveset of Lava Plume, Dark Pulse, Earth Power, and Solar Beam with that Grass MZ. And Flash Fire is the ability. Heat Trend's EV spread this week is going to be 244 in HP, 44 in special attack with a modest nature to still hit pretty hard, and then 220 in special defense to take some of these special hits, well, like hits from the Latios mainly. That's the main thing I wanted to be able to take hits from. Moving on from that, we get right into Virizion, aka Kirby, and Virizion this week is going to be rocking out with a moveset of Close Combat, Stone Edge, X Scissor, and Leaf Blade, and it is going to be Choice Scarf. I needed a Revenge Killer for Scarf, Jolly Staraptor. I needed a Revenge Killer for that, and this is going to be my only thing that's going to outspeed a Scarf Jolly Staraptor. I really wanted to run Adamant on this Choice Scarf set. Felt like it could do a number to my opponent's team with that little bit more damage that Adamant would have offered us. However, I really wanted something that could actually outspeed a Choice Scarf Staraptor. Excuse me. And this is going to be the only thing that does that as long as I kept it Jolly. So unfortunately, I wasn't able to run Adamant. So it is going to be a Jolly Nature, 196 in speed with 252 in attack still to hit hard, and 52 in special defense, just so I could take those special hits extremely, extremely well. This is kind of my backup switching into Jolteon if anything happens to Sylveon. And yeah, I just feel like Virizion, Choice Scarf, just close combat spam. I feel like my opponent doesn't have the best switch-ins for that. And Latios is one of his best switch-ins, and that's what we have X Scissor for. So I can also surprise my opponent X Scissor, and then they might stand with their Latios thinking they're going to outspeed the next turn and be able to get a recover off. Nope, I am Scarf. I'm going to take out your Latios. So I'm hoping we can use Kirby well in this one. I'm hoping we can use it well. I think we definitely can. And yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for the speed that it's going to bring to us in this one, and just for my opponent's lack of solid switch-ins. Also for Snorlax, that could be a solid answer if my opponent did prioritize bringing Snorlax. And they don't have any Wish Passing, so any damage we get off on my opponent's Pokemon is there to stay, so I'm excited. So that's really, really good. Really, really good. Then we get into Sylveon, aka Navi, and Sylveon this week is going to be rocking out with a moveset of Hyper Voice, Hail Bell, Wish, and Protect. I actually initially had Hidden Power Fire over Hail Bell for that Escavalier because it seems like a pretty solid switch-in into Sylveon every time. However, especially if it's a Soul Vest. However, I didn't have Slowbro on the team when I initially had that. I had Heliolisk on the team so that I could just switch it on Scald from Melodic and then pressured extremely heavily with Heliolisk. However, I didn't want to play the mind games with Jolteon with its Volt Absorb and me trying to switch in Heliolisk. I didn't want to play those mind games. And then I mainly needed Slowbro much more than I needed Heliolisk in this game. Even though I really liked Heliolisk's matchup, I needed Slowbro a lot more so that I actually had a Staraptor switch in. So because of that, I really don't want Slowbro getting toxic by the Milotic. So I ended up prioritizing Hail Bell over Hidden Power 5 because I feel like it's just more important. And I can play around Escavalier. It'll be annoying, but as long as I could get my Heat Trend in safely on it, then we're fine on Escavalier. So I'm not too worried about Escavalier. I just know that it's a pretty easy switching into Sylveon, especially if it's a Soul Vest. Sylveon though is going to also be rocking out with that Pixie Plate, and it is going to be its EV spread is going to be 244 in HP, 12 in special attack, and 252 in special defense with a Calm Nature. So definitely my special answer to like non-gunshot Infernape to Latios in general. As long as it's not spamming Psyshock, we should be fine. And then Jolteon definitely. So, and then Milotic as well, definitely. So definitely going to be counting on Navi and a decent amount on this one. Hopefully it does its job pretty well. And Pixie Plate just gives us a tad bit more damage that turns some 3-hit KOs into 2-hit KOs. So I really like that. So definitely, hopefully Sylveon starts really chunks my opponent's team when I do go for Hyper Voice. And then next we get into Slowbro, aka Bro. And Slowbro is going to be a spread. Its move pool, and this one's going to be Scald, Toxic, Slack Off, and Calm Mind. Um, Pretty much, if the Melodic's gone, and if there's like one other thing I need to go on, I can't remember what it was. I don't know. I could start Calm Mind sweeping pretty early on. I think as long as like my Melodic's gone. I'm trying to think, is there anything else that is gonna stop me from Calm Mind sweeping? Yeah, there's kind of nothing else because Slowbro's extremely defensive. So as soon as I could get to a really solid special defense, that I can even tank out Jotion's Thunderbolts. So if my opponent ends up staying in with something passively on Slowbro and I'm able to get up 2 Calm Minds before like Jolteon comes in, I can pretty much just sweep through my opponent's team with the combination of Scald and having reliable recovery and Slack Off. But since Scald is my only real offensive move, I do kind of need my Melodic to be gone. Otherwise, I'm going to get into a toxic war with my Melodic, and that's not a battle we'll probably. That's a battle we can win. However, it's not one that will be worth it because then I'll just take so much toxic damage and I won't be able to sweep. So I just need my Melodic gone before I feel like this thing can start setting up Calm Minds. But it needs to be on something that's pretty passive, not the Infernape with Grass Knot and not the Jolteon, and probably not even Draco, Meteor, Latios. So it'll have to be something really passive. However, Slowbro this week is going to be 244 EVs and HP, 236 in defense with the bold nature, and 28 in special defense. So really defensive to tank out those hits from Staraptor. And then I almost ran Ice Beam for like Shaman, but I feel like if I'm able to Toxic Shaman, that's just as good. And I really want a Toxic for my Melodic, so hopefully we can use Slowbro right. It's definitely my only real answer to Staraptor. I need to keep rocks off my side of the field so that Staraptor doesn't do too much. Obviously, Regenerator is going to be really nice to have, but I need to make sure I can keep rocks off my side of the field for Slowbro being able to tank out hits from Staraptor. And I almost ran Rocky Helmet, but then I realized I had leftovers on nobody, and it just made much more sense to run leftovers. And then last but not least is going to be Garchomp, aka Rampage, and Garchomp this week is going to be running a moveset of Earthquake, Dragon Claw, Stealth Rocks, and Poison Jab. Poison Jab just so I'm not walled by the Shaman, so that Shaman can't just come in every single time on this Garchomp. I don't want to be too passive against it. Then Rough Skin and Yachiberry, and Garchomp's kind of like my backup answer to Staraptor in case anything happens to Slowbro. The combination of Rough Skin should, with the recoil that Staraptor already gets from its Brave Bird or Double Edge, it should start to easily rack up pretty quickly on Staraptor. I do want to make sure I have rocks up pretty early on, so hopefully I could get this in on something and get rocks up. That'd be really nice, but I am going to underspeed the Latios. And yeah, we're just and then Yachiberry, because I can live a Hidden Power Ice with the Yachiberry from Infernape and Oko back, and I can live a Hidden Power Ice from Jolteon with the Yachiberry and Oko back. So I thought Yachi just made sense. And then if I needed to get damage off, if my Melodic's low and I just need to get damage off, I can live an Ice Beam from that and take it out. So I thought Yachi had a little bit more uses than Rocky Helmet. Maybe I will regret not just going Rocky, though, because that really would chunk Staraptor's health, and I am decently afraid of Staraptor. However, though, if I'm able to get up rocks, we should be fine. And yeah, we are going to be rocking out with a very standard tank chop moveset, EV spread of 252 in HP, 4 in attack, and 252 in defense with an Impish nature, just to take out those physical hits as best as possible. Even some close combats from Infernape if necessary. Just kind of allow it to take itself out with Rough Skin, and then hopefully wish this thing back up to a decent amount of health. So yes, that's the team, guys. Team is heavily centered around making sure rocks get up, going for that Z move on freaking Regirock to make sure my opponent doesn't get their rocks up, or Golurk if that's going to be the rock sledder. Using Choice Scarfed Virizion as a sweeper late game if necessary, and using Navi to keep the team all healthy and good, especially with Hillbell as well. And then just trying to avoid rocks on our side of the field. So I feel like we've got a really strong team. I wanted to bring a team that was putting a lot of pressure on my opponent's team, and not just vice versa, because that Staraptor definitely puts a lot of pressure on our team, as well as Infernape. Its wide move pool is insane. However, hopefully I can figure out Infernape's moves pretty quickly because it can only run so many coverage moves and it can end up missing out on a different coverage move, which will allow me to figure out what's my best switch in for that. Because likely if it has Grass Knot and it doesn't have Gunk Shot, probably has one of the other of those two, because it probably is going to have Fire type move, Fighting type move, Stone Edge. So then it will have Grass Knot or Gunk Shot. So then if it has Grass Knot, then Slowbro's not to switch in. If it has Gunk Shot, then Sylveon's not to switch in. So I'll just have to figure that out. But Sylveon can tank out some Stone Edges if it is just a physical one. But yeah, or if it's a mixed one with Grass Knot. However, though, guys, I'm excited for this game. Like I said, I think NerdySteve has definitely a very strong team. The team I'm predicting is going to be that Regirock, Infernape, Jolteon, Latios, Staraptor, and Milotic. Regirock for rocks, Infernape for offense, Jolteon for speed and offense, Latios for Sylveon's down does a number to my team, Staraptor for straight power and offense, and Milotic has a wall because my opponent lacks walls. I feel like the walls that my opponents brings and how they go about using them is going to determine how this game goes. So I'm excited for the game, guys. Let's just hop right into the game and have some fun. And let's see if your Salazzles can get another win in the IBL and improve to 4-1. I'll see you guys at the game. What's up, guys? We are finally at the game now with NerdySteve and his Rhode Island Regis. And would you look at that? Of course, he brought that freaking Escavalier, and I thought there was a chance he would. I pretty much got everything right other than the Escavalier. He decided to prioritize that over Staraptor, which I say is a win in my opinion. That is a win in my opinion. I was very afraid of Staraptor, and I'll take that. Escavalier is scary though because my defensive wall, well no, Garchomp doesn't really mind switching in on that. It's just that Slowbro really can't switch in on that. Yeah, my opponent's going to have to play the mind games of what I go into every single time. He can try to just go for drill runs, but Heatran can take at least one drill run. Unless you're like Banded, which would be crazy. But yeah, bringing the Escavalier was a smart choice. I just don't know if not bringing Staraptor was the Pokemon to not bring forward though. But alright, let me just get that fixed. I do think that Regirock is going to be led. If Infernape's led and it's Rocks Infernape, congrats to my opponent, they just got up Rocks. I'm going to hope that it's not that. And I hope that he thinks I'm going to lead with Crobat. So let's rename it first. Let's name it Escavalier. So we do lead with Heatran. Opponent does lead with the Regirock. Let's go. Please stay in. Please stay in. Please stay in thinking I just want to exchange rocks. I'm going right for the Z move. Going right for it. We're exchanging rocks here. Nothing else is happening. We're just exchanging rocks. We're just exchanging rocks. Let's go. Please, Oko. Please, Oko. If this goes exactly how I planned, that is going to be so beautiful. Goodbye, Regirock. Let's go! Let's go! Oh, not that one. Oh, let's go! Woo! Alright, that just got me hyped though, guys, because that's exactly what I planned to happen. He'd lead Regirock, and I'd Bloom Doom turn 1 and get rid of it. No rocks, no annoying freaking wall. That is beautiful. Now he likely goes into Infernape or Milotic. The one that makes a little bit more sense in my opinion would be the Infernape. Just because he can pressure me to switch out and then he could just go for a U-turn. And he obviously knows that I'm not Chople now that I just showed that I'm Z-move. I could play risky and stay on that. I don't think it's worth it considering this is one of my best answers to the Escavalier. Felicia, Milotic, That is the melodic. Is the melodic, and this one's faster than this, right? Yeah, it's just slightly faster than this, and I have no speed investment. Right. Alright. So I just go into Sylveon here. I need to not just look down on my DS, but I go into Sylveon here, special defensive wall. Probably take a Toxic or something here. It is just going to be a Scald playing it safe. And it's going to be Flame Orb, Milotic, so that it can be Toxic, which is actually really, really smart on my opponent's end. So I can really feel the Escavalier coming. So I'm actually going to double back in a Heatran. I'm going to do it. My opponent double Scalds, congrats to them. I will just wish into Heatran later. Or hope I can get a wish into Heatran later, but I do feel like this is the time I go back in a Heatran and allow my opponent to go into their Escavalier. Or I avoid a Toxic here. I at least avoid a Toxic. That's probably what might come. I don't know. It's kind of a waste if he doesn't realize. Well, he might realize, might not realize that I'm held out. Should I? No, I should not have switched out first. So my opponent likely stayed in. Yep, and went for Toxic. Okay. What's this card right there? Well, that doesn't do enough. Kinda wanna go Virizion and just hope I don't get burned. So I just don't wanna go Sylveon and then it's just so passive. Yeah, Leaf Blade doesn't even check this thing out there. Yeah, I gotta go back into Sylveon. Gotta go back into Sylveon, don't really have a choice. So he's shown that he's just gonna stay in on this. Yeah, so I'm just gonna Hyper Voice. He's shown his plan is to just stay in on this. I'll take it. Does good damage because of Pixie Plate. Another reason why I wanted to run Pixie Plate was so that Sylveon wasn't too passive on the Milotic. My opponent kind of has to recover here. I'm just gonna heal though. Don't want to be toxic. Gonna show him that he's wasting his time. He's probably afraid of Hidden Power Fire. But that's my reveal that I don't have it because he probably expects Wish Protect and then Hidden Power Fire or Heal Bell. Yeah, he has to recover. Goodbye, Poison. I'm gonna Wish. if we get burned. Don't get burned. Hyper voice. If he wants the toxic, that's fine. Not worried. Just hellbell it off again. Not worried. It recovers 50% of your max health back. I don't want to try to get in with Raytheon. I'll just hellbell off the toxic. One has to recover. Yeah, my log's still at too high of a health for my liking. It's kind of toxic again. He's trying to stall out my hail bells, so I do think I'll eventually have to go into Virizion. Oh, that's a low roll. That looked like a low roll. I'm gonna switch into Virizion. I don't want to sit here and go through this battle like the whole entire game. He's stalling out my hail bells. He knows I only have 8 of them. How does a Scavalier take a close combat? I can't really take 2. If I get high rolls. What if Scavalier be the switch in? Staying in be the switch. Or be the play. I go, yeah, Latios. Latios takes literally like no damage if I don't go for X Scissors, so I'm gonna try to predict the Latios. Trying to predict the Latios. It might be Escavalier though. Could be Escavalier. Nope, it's the Latios this entire time. Why did I keep thinking him? Why was I so certain it was Los? Oh, his team sheet definitely says Latios, but this is Latios. Well, huh. That's weird. That's very weird. That did so little damage. What is this? Latios. What his investment could be. And I definitely can't afford to lose Virizion here. Do I go into Heat Triangle or do I go into He's trying just extremely passive for my long range. It's my only issue with going into heat trap. This is my best play. I expect him to recover. Or go for side shot, but the recover makes more sense. Recover makes a little bit more sense, yeah. I would have outsped that recover, but then I would have just been in a losing battle. I'm just gonna go for Dark Pulse and see what wants to switch in. If he has like Earthquake or something like that, show it to me. It's not gonna OHKO me. Yeah, the melodic's been more of a pain than I expected, and that is exactly why I wanted to bring Heliowisp, but I felt I needed all the rest more than I needed Heliowisp. But it is going to go for Calm Mind, so really good on their end, having Calm Mind. However, though, my opponent has Recover and... how much is Crowbat? How much can Crowbat do this? Favorite does a ton. But then he dies in the process. And I have nothing else that can outspeed this thing. I need a Toxic off on this thing, but Slowbro can't get in. Downplayed how good freaking Calm Mind, Latias or Latias, either or would have been. What's the Sylveon taking down? Oh yeah, Shy Shock does way too much to Sylveon now. Yeah, I just have to stay in. I don't have a choice but to stay in. See how much this does. Heatran still tanks it pretty well. Looks like it definitely has some defense investment. I have no clue how much. I'm trying to figure out so I can evaluate whether switching into Crobat here is a smart choice or not. I doubt it. I might have to sack Heatran here. Yeah. Gotta kind of pray for a crit. Yeah, it's getting too much health back. I just continue to spam Dark Pulse until this thing kills me. He brought such a defensive team. It's just a pretty annoying team to have to face. And I brought offense, but offense is definitely a little passive. It's a tad bit passive. I'm going for more Calm Minds is scary though. I would have loved to have gotten with Crobat right there. That was my turn to go into Crobat. So now he definitely recovers back up. I need a crit. He definitely recovers, yeah. Dang, that was my turn to go into Crobat. Alright. I gotta play this a little bit more wisely, because this can get really bad. I don't have the necessary damage I need off on this, and it's able to I have to go for Dark Pulse again. So he goes for Side Shock, so good thing I didn't switch. No, he definitely recovers. I go for Dark Pulse. I have to switch the next time he goes for Calm Mind on this, though. That's what needs to happen. What do you go for Calm Mind here? I don't know. How much did that last? Oh crap! I wish I would have known how much that last side shock did. To know if he's gonna go for another, is he gonna Calm Mind again? I don't know. I'm gonna Dark Pulse. He recovers, okay. Good thing I didn't switch again. Or actually, no, switching on that wouldn't be that bad. So I get a powerful U-turn off, and it definitely does more than what I'm doing right now. Does he Calm Mind here? That's the $1,000,000 question. I could easily see a Calm Mind here, but is it worth switching in Crobat? It's really not worth it. Crap. I might lose 2 Pokemon in the process of taking this out. Would you Calm Mind to? I could easily see another Calm Mind here, but I can't lose Crobat. Yeah, I can't lose Crobat. Ah, crap. Oh, I called it. That was my turn to switch into Crobat. Crap. Come on. I say the recovery definitely happens here. If it's a side shock, I might cry. Okay. Dang, Haze would have been a good bring. Alright, that's interesting damage. A little bit under half. Take out Heatran, please. Please take out Heatran. Does this kill, please? I actually need Heatran gone now. And it does kill. So Latios takes out Heatran, or Latios takes out Heatran with a Psyshock. I'm in trouble saying that. Oh, wrong ones. Wrong ones again. Alright, there we go. Yeah, so I definitely gonna call that and I pray for it. Because it's slightly under 50%. Yeah, I don't have a choice. I have to do this. Because X-Scissor didn't do enough last time. I gotta pray this does enough damage. I'm fully adamant for a reason. Let's hope this does enough damage if he does stay in. Jolteon could be a switch in. Milotic could be a switch in. My U-turn out on my Milotic. I switch out on the Jolteon. Jolteon's gonna still take lots of damage though. It's definitely not a Pokemon that enjoys switching in on powerful moves that are even if it resists powerful moves, it doesn't like switching in on them. Is that the joke? Nope, it is the Milotic. It's the Milotic. Good thing we got that thing out of there though. That thing was becoming a pain. Oh, the crit. That was a crit. Heatran's gonna do crap damage and then it's gonna recover all its health back. Latios is an issue every time it comes in. Do I go for the roll or this killer? No, just do that. Crit's the only reason we did good damage. Yeah, I U-turn out. I U-turn out. Back into Virizion. Oh, this little core of my Lodic and Latios is giving me lots of trouble. I would have switched the layout to Latios, but I have no Latios right anywhere in my folders, and I'm not going to go through the trouble of finding that. So the sheet says he should have Latios. He has Latios. I hope it's not an issue. Hope it's just an error on the sheet, but it is just interesting. However, though, anyways, I do go for Leaf Blade here. I can go for Leaf Blade here, thinking that my opponent might stay in, but I don't really see any benefit to my opponent staying in, but I still don't think they know that I'm Scarfed, so I might just go for the X-Scissor again. My opponent might predict that this time and go into Escavalier. But I have way less of an issue with that than I do with them going back into Latios. So I'm going to X-Scissor again. Show me Latios. Alright, yeah, there's Escavalier. Escavalier doesn't get Stealth Rocks, does he? I really don't think so. No, it doesn't. It doesn't. I don't have Heatran though, so Escavalier actually is somewhat of an issue. Now that I don't have Heatran. Yeah, Escavalier's kind of an issue. Megahorn doesn't do too much. Ooh, that burns. That freaking burns. I just go for Stealth Rocks definitely here. That sucks for my opponent though. I would at least done like, depending on what his set is. No, yeah, that would have done good damage. I would have done good damage. That sucks for my opponent. Garchomp's main purpose is to get off rocks though, so I'm definitely going to do that. As soon as I remove the Escavalier, I can start setting up Calm Minds with Slowbro. Goes for the Megahorn again. Does good damage. Does good damage. I don't have a switching into Megahorn other than my Crobat, but really don't want to switch it in on a Megahorn until I have this at the health I needed at. I'm gonna stop looking at my DS. Have it right in front of you. No need for the DS. I don't want the Latios coming in for free if he predicts my Earthquake. I doubt he does though. That's a risky play. Props to my opponent if he predicts that. Alright, we do just go for Earthquake on that Scavalier. Solid chunk of damage. Another Mega Horn does hit again. Dragon Claw like this still doesn't kill, sadly. So I might just switch in a Crobat. Where's this Crobat? It's a very negligible amount of damage that it takes. So I do think that's my play. Yeah, I'm gonna switch into Crobat. Switching to Crobat just to make sure that this makes it hard to cover the Latias switch in. My opponent predicts another Earthquake, and I don't want them getting a free switching into Latias. Just another Mega Horn, that's fine. I go for Brave Bird. Sorry, Crobat takes out a Scavalier with Brave Bird. Alright. Took a while to get another Pokemon down. Definitely took a while. Like, we dealt with Scavalier a lot better than we were dealing with Milotic and Latias. However, though, this might force in Jolteon finally. I'm gonna go into Virizion on that, just because Sylveon's toxic. Need to make sure to get a free switching into Sylveon, considering that it is toxic. Now there's less switch-ins into Virizion. Escavalier being gone is very solid. Because now my opponent's kind of forced to go into Latias. Now when Virizion comes in on the Milotic, he's kind of forced to go into Latias. Or stay in. So I'll still have to try to cover for both. But I can still switch into Sylveon anytime on the Milotic and he'll go off that. So yeah, Milotic does come in. My play is just a U-turn. If we were able to Toxic this would be, I would have been went to Slowbro and try to Toxic this. But since that's not possible, I would just get my Slowbro Toxic in the process, which seems like a waste. I would have loved to have went for Brave Bird there, but I didn't feel it was worth it. I feel like a recovery's definitely coming. I feel like a recover's definitely coming, so didn't really see what I'd benefit from that. Or Scald. Recover, there we go. I want to Leaf Blade this time, just to not become predictable. This could backfire. If the Latias comes in and I went for Leaf Blade, I am going to be pretty frustrated, but I don't want to continue to go for X's. That's definitely becoming predictable. He has to realize that he can likely live one Leaf Blade. This is not that defensive at all, but he definitely is from that damage we saw earlier. Oh lord, he tanks that. Ice beam, okay. A switch has to be coming. If you went for recover, that's congrats. Oh lord. Gotta be kidding me. Crap, I thought he'd definitely switch out. I'm just gonna U-turn. Going to Sylveon. Oh, this melodic is absolutely terrible. I'm going to try to wish back into Virizion, give Virizion back at a good amount of health, and then just go for 2 Leaf Blades. And if the Latias gets a free switch in, I just have to allow it to happen. I have to allow it. I'm gonna have to start realizing that you can't win like this. If this goes to time, I definitely will win this game. Likely Toxics again here. Ooh, okay. Okay. Infernape in. Well, now I just want to protect. Yeah, I'm just gonna protect. If he Swords Dance, I could just go into Crobat after he kills this. So yeah, I'm just gonna protect here, just because I'm a little afraid of the Z move. A little afraid of the Z move. Yep, and it is a Z move, so I'm glad I didn't switch out. And based on this damage, this should tell us whether or not that was good damage. It could just be fire type move, fighting type move, grass knot, gunshot, which would make a lot of sense and just not have Stone Edge. And that's a 0. Yeah, because he doesn't outspeed Crobat either way. So would he just go for gunshot here? $1 million question. Does he just? Well, then he wouldn't have hidden power ice. So good. I'm gonna switch into slow, bro. I haven't brought it out the entire game. See what slow bro can do. Oh, he goes for U-turn. Okay. Good play. Good play. Now I'm mad at myself for not just going for hyper voice. It's definitely the play. In that scenario, then I could just go into my Melodic Toxic Gust, or just go into the Jolteon finally. Nope, goes into my Melodic. Makes sense. And it sucks because I'm at a low amount of health. I have a low amount of health. And Toxic is main Pokemon now. Rizion's a switch. He has to go for recovery. I'll take the Latias switching at this point. I need damage off on this. This thing's the only thing that's keeping him in the game. I need to get damage off on this. I need to try to get this out the way so that we can finish this game off. And this is why I wanted Heliolisk. Once again, this is why I wanted Heliolisk. But I felt like everything else was needed. Sober ended up not being as needed as I expected, because Infernape's not switching in much. Infernape hasn't done much of anything. Been nice if I'd had Swords Dance and another Scarf on this. However, though, that would mean I win outspeed Latios and have a way of 2-hit KO in there before it's able to attack. So it's not the play either. He just goes for Ice Beam. Can we please KO with this next Leaf Blade? I don't think so. He stayed above half. Gotta be kidding me.
You are listening to Voker
Leaf Blade, Leaf Blade, Leaf Blade.
101.
Oh my lord. I have to get a crit with Leaf Blade. This really sucks. This is why I wanted Adam. Run it back in. Don't think he has Gun Shot. I think he has U-turn over Gun Shot. That might have Grass Knot. I don't know. very small amounts of damage to Garchomp. Switching to Garchomp this time. Goes for the fire type move. Good job. Gives me the switch into Crobat, and I can just start chunking things health. You roll for the Flare. Probably will take me out. Nope, doesn't. Alright, that's HP Ice, so I'll go for it here. Do I save this Garchomp? I don't think I do. Actually, I do. I do. I go on the Slowbro here, and then I switch back into Garchomp. Now he's likely gonna go for a... Yeah, it goes for another Flare. Okay. I go back into Garchomp. I'm just gonna sack Garchomp. Oh, and I won't even lose it. Yep, I should lose that. So Inferno can't switch back in on rocks, so Inferno's pretty much dead. Showtime comes in. This thing might be Scarf. If it's not Scarf, then I don't see how my opponent beats me at this point. I do think I have to sack Garchomp here though. I do think I have to sack it. Just because I don't like the health that Sylveon's at. I don't like the health it's at. It still doesn't do much damage to Sylveon. Yeah, I'm actually gonna switch in Sylveon. I'm gonna save this and switch in Sylveon. Yeah, he does just go for the hand power. He's gonna Volt Switch off of me, which makes me want to just go for that Hyper Voice. No, I wish that. I wish. Oh, it just goes for Thunderbolt. Eat that up. Can even take another. I am gonna Hyper Voice here. As long as it doesn't crit me, we should be able to take another. Goes for the hidden power. Nope. I'm not trying to wish into Garchomp. That was a crit, which is fine. Because we got a Mega Horn Mist, and I think we got one crit. I can see a Volt Switch here. But this is gonna have a tough time switching in on rocks now as well. I think he'll barely survive. That's a sack of Infernape. So Infernape dies to rocks. That's a kill for Garchomp. Perchon practically killed this Cavalier, but Crobat finished it off. There's a no move Latios goes for that takes us out here. You can try to Calm Mind, but that's going to be useless. You can try to recover, that's going to be useless. We are Pixie Plate. It's going to do too much damage to it. I guess my opponent realizing now that just sitting in with my Milotic, especially with timer going all the way down, that's not going to win them the game. And I do think NerdySteve's on a time constraint because I didn't say this prior, but I did have a very unfortunate situation after work. Our initial time we were supposed to battle, where I was leaving work with a friend. A friend was giving me a ride from work, and unfortunately a drunk driver collided with us, like almost completely totaled my friend's car, and I had some head trauma and a little bit of scabs and scars in a bunch of different places. Oh, it can like that. Alright, that's interesting. Some scabs and scars in a bunch of different places, but I came out definitely fine though, so that's all that matters in the end. I came out fine. My friend's back did get really messed up. Wow, that did more damage than I expected. So Sylveon is going to take out Latios with Hyper Voice, but yes, to anyone that, if you really drink, if you've really been drinking, or if you don't drink much in the first place, please do not drink and drive. It is very dangerous. It puts a lot of other people's lives in jeopardy. That was a very awful experience to have to go through, especially not knowing for my friend's safety as well. That was awful to have to go through. And I don't wish that on anyone. I just wish again. Cast the Thunderbolt. I was at 104, now I'm at 56. That almost did 50. Yeah, so I could definitely take another unless that was a low roll. I'm gonna predict that he doesn't go for Wind Power Ice. I might still get taken out by a Thunderbolt. Does this take me out? No, we take those. And I just Leaf Blade, and we should be able to win with Virizion. Box damage. Please say that's enough. Clean it up, Virizion. Clean it up. Oh my lord. Alright, my phone just went fast, but no, thankfully. There's no reason to go for recover and stall it out. No freeze, and the freeze. Not the freeze, the burn's gonna kill Milotic though. Alright, it's gonna die to its own flame more. Alright. That freeze is so unnecessary. GG's to NerdySteve. Thank you so much for being so compromising, man. With that unfortunate situation that happened where we had to reschedule and do our battle at a later time. I'm very sorry that happened. I feel really bad because we already had our time set out and then we had to change it. He had to play really early today before he went into work. It's a little bit earlier on my end though, considering that I am Mountain Standard Time and he is Eastern Standard Time. However though, I still do feel bad that we did have to reschedule from our first scheduled time. Thank you though. Thank you very much, man, for being so compromising. It was kind of out of my hand that we had it was honestly, I was like shaken up from the whole accident and everything. I haven't been in too many traumatic accidents. I was in one when I was really young, going into elementary school, and I hadn't been in one ever since then. So I was just like, wow, this like bad car accidents happen all the time, and I just hadn't been a part of one in a good while. I've been lucky, and now it finally was a part of one. So it was just unfortunate, but these things happen, and I'm glad you were willing to understand it from my perspective. However, guys, thank you so much for tuning in into this week's IBL battle, Indigo Battle League battle. We did just win 5-0 against NerdySteve and his Rhode Island Regis. Thank you guys so much for the support. Your support is so overly appreciate it. I appreciate it so much when you guys come through for these videos. I guess I'll see you guys in next week's video. We're going up against the New Megan Nuzleys and their coach Otto Manthic. Thank you guys so much, though. I'm gonna get the heck out of here. Don't want to prolong this any longer. Thank you guys. See you in the next one. For now, peace.